Introducing the Egyptian Theater News Team, live from downtown DeKalb with Brennan Pugh, Janine Holcomb, Brennan Robinson,
Alex Nerad,
Cody Williams, Nora Reed, and Cindy Johnson. And now, the Egyptian Theater News Team coming to you live for Give DeKalb County.
Good evening. Live here back at the Egyptian Theater. My name's Alex Nerad, Executive Director here at our Jewel of DeKalb, the beautiful historic Egyptian Theater. Excited to give you an update on where we're at. We've had a really busy last hour with Give DeKalb County Day. I have a lot of people to thank. Our total right now that we've raised is $8,445. Our goal for today was $10,000. We're raising funds for a new HD digital projector. The total project cost for that is about $40,000. We announced earlier today that we've received a grant for $5,000, and our fundraising for today hopefully will exceed $10,000. Will go towards that total project cost and hope to have a new digital projector in here by this fall. So, since our last hour, donations have rolled in. Big thank you to Kevin Nerad, Mike and Sharon Waddle, Ron and Nancy Prosel, Betty Nerad, David Olson, Dan and Mary Curran, Frederica Ingelsman, Tim and Janet Newbert, Jeff Chown, that I'll be talking to here in just a moment, and a couple of more anonymous donors. So a big thank you to all of those donors that have continued to support our campaign. Remember, you can go online to lightscameradonate.org until midnight tonight, and all of your donations made online through that website will be proportionally matched by a bonus pool that's currently over $60,000. In addition to that, we just announced late this afternoon that our board president and his wife, Dan and Kathy Shuey, have agreed to match every donation up until midnight tonight that was placed at the time of that announcement through midnight tonight, up to $5,000. They will match all those donations through midnight tonight. So keep the donations coming. We're really close to our goal. We're really excited. We're at this point, I think we're going to well exceed our goal, and we'll be well on our way to getting a new digital projector. Now with me here now in the tech booth is Jeff Chown, NIU Emeritus Professor, the Department of Communications, and also one of the organizers of the Green Lens film series that came to our theater not too long ago, last fall and this spring. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Alex.
So first of all, can you tell me a little bit about why you support the Egyptian and why you've been involved with so many different things that have come here?
Well, I first came to DeKalb in 1982, and I came from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Egyptian has been my lifeline in terms of the culture that it's brought, the film series that it's run, the sense of history and community that's in this building, and it's just my favorite space in DeKalb. So
it's our favorite too, but we're a little biased. So now I mentioned the Green Lens film series. Can you tell me a little bit about what the goals of that are and what we might have to look forward to this fall?
Sure. The Green Lens film series, as it's currently being practiced, came out of the activist group DeKalb Stands, which was formed after the Women's March a year ago. And we just decided that we wanted to get some films that raised progressive social issues and environmentalism, things like that. Get them on the screen, have people come in and talk about them, get the students to come by and see them, local community members coming in, and just build a sort of community to watch films together as they should be watched rather than on your computer or on your cell phone or something like that. So we've had nice crowds and a lot of people coming in to talk about the films, so we decided we want to do it again next year. So.
Well, and we've been really excited to partner with you guys and to host that. Just one of the many examples of type of free programming that we offer here for the community. And you guys had a fantastic turnout to many of those films last fall and the spring, and so we're excited to partner again and bring that back this fall. Now, since we're raising funds today for a new digital projector, can you tell me a little bit about, as a movie buff,
Sure.
How that changes the experience? Obviously, seeing a film here on the largest movie screen in DeKalb County is an experience in itself. But tell folks a little bit about why that's going to be such an improvement to the film-going experience here.
Well, Well, I've been teaching film for 40 years, and we have different students today. They don't think of film the way that I did when I was in college. I always thought film was a community experience. You went and saw a big screen, and you were with a group of people who were kind of sharing the experience. But today's students, it's almost a historical thing that we're trying to push. They're used to consuming media on cell phones and on their computers and streaming devices and things like that. And so to break through that sort of self-obsession they have, they need to get out there. They need to see it on a big screen. They need to see it with crowds. And if we're going to bring them out and we're going to try to convince them that this is a good experience to have, we need a crisp, attractive image that is better than what they're watching on their HD computer or something like that. And I think the new projector would give us that kind of approach. In film studies, we call this the diegetic experience, and we need that for people to walk away from the Egyptian thinking, wow, I really enjoyed that. I'm going to be back next week because this is the way I want to consume my media. So.
Exactly. Now, as a movie buff, is there any films that you've seen here on the big screen that really stick in your mind as a different experience seeing on the big screen?
A bit better than, a couple of the documentaries that we showed last spring, particularly on the environmental stuff. When we saw Chasing Ice, to really get a sense of those glaciers crashing down, you want to see it on the big screen. You don't want to watch on a little screen. And or if you're watching something like the coral reefs off of Australia, you want to see a big screen with Sylvia Earle in it or something like that. You don't want to watch that on a cell phone or something like that. So sure, yeah, that happens all the time. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned somebody that was a wonderful surprise kind of guest that was able to come in and see one of the documentaries here that was involved with the film. And that was a huge get for NIU and the Egyptian and the community. Can you talk a little bit about that special guest that was here as part of the Green Lens film series?
Well, we'll tip our hats to Reed Scherer, who knew Sylvia Earle and wangled an invitation. She's an amazing woman who is traveling all the time and is just a true believer that we've got to protect our oceans. And we were surprised. People were driving in from Chicago and Rockford, and this woman has almost a cult following, but of course it's a well-deserved cult because she has done amazing things to try to protect our environment and to raise consciousness about what's going on in the oceans. So that was exciting. I enjoyed meeting her, and people wouldn't leave the theater that night, as you remember, because everybody wanted to come up and talk to her, and she was not going to go away until every question was answered. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic evening. It was just a great example of how the Egyptian and the university campus and the community can really partner together to bring some really special events to the community. And again, just one of many events that we host throughout the year that are free events and open to the public, which is a core part of our mission as a nonprofit. So your donations today help us continue to do programming like that. It's going to help us bring in a new digital projector so that as we continue to partner with local organizations and showing films, whether it's documentaries, classic films, foreign films, that we're providing the best experience here. We know the atmosphere is certainly the best experience, and we want to make sure that we provide the best experience on the largest movie screen in DeKalb County. So we're going to wrap up our live feed now. We'll be back at the 7 o'clock hour. And again, if you haven't heard, we have Selma playing on the big screen here tonight as part of the Great Souls film series, sponsored by the DeKalb Public Library. That starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Doors are going to be opening here in just a couple of minutes. We've got fresh popcorn. Wish you could smell it wherever you're sitting, but it smells great in here. Yeah. So we're going to be opening those doors shortly. Selma will be on the big screen, but at 7 o'clock hour, we've got Mayor Jerry Smith coming here live, going to be with me live on stage and from the audience before we start the film at 7. And as we've been teasing all day long, we've got a huge announcement coming about our film series that we're featuring this fall, and a special message from a really special person that's going to introduce that film series. So you're going to want to make sure you're back here at 7 o'clock for that announcement. So continue making those donations online at lightscameradonate.org, and we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock.